That's not all. Still talking elections, let's take you straight to another country this time. Let's go straight to Zimbabwe. Oluchi, new story emerging from Zimbabwe as well.
Exactly. Now, Zimbabweans are set to cast their votes in key parliamentary and local government by-elections for tomorrow, the 26th of March, 2022. The by-elections have the potential to set the tone for next year's national elections. The 28 parliamentary and 105 local government council seats that are being contested fell vacant due to recalls and deaths of representatives.
According to Gender Links Zimbabwe, the empty seats constitute 13.3% of Zimbabwe's 210 elective parliamentary seats. The council positions represent 5.4% of the 1,958 local government seats. These by-elections will give communities that have gone without representation for almost 2 years a chance to choose their candidates. They also provide an opportunity for the newly branded main opposition party led by Nelson Chamisa Citizens Coalition for Change a chance to showcase the party's potential. Well, joining us now this morning is our Zimbabwean correspondent, Lallah Mgwenya. Good morning to you, Lallah. Thank you for being here on Breakfast Central.
Good morning.
Good morning. So good to see you once again. Now, can you give us an update on how those preparations are ramping up in Zimbabwe? I mean, the atmosphere, the people, how excited are they looking forward to tomorrow?
Wow. Since Monday, Harare CBD is just being painted either yellow or green for the ZANU-PF. You see people, I remember on Wednesday, there was a group of young people that actually walked past our building and past the government building complex, and they were dressed in yellow. These were the supporters of one of the National Assembly supporters, Charlton Wende, who's also, the Secretary General for the party, for the CCC party. And, they were moving around, but they were not making any noise. There was no noise. There was, nothing chaotic. They were just moving around, showcasing their yellow and black, and on the other hand, you see ZANU-PF supporters as well, moving around, showcasing their colors. So it's quite interesting that as we are moving closer to the election day, cases of violence, and chaos have been going down. We haven't really heard news of people being attacked or people, being treated funnily in rallies or anything. So yes, there are still isolated cases here and there, but it's not as bad as it was a few weeks ago. So the atmosphere. I mean, people are in the mood. People really, really want to go and cast their votes. But it's most importantly for CCC, that's the main opposition party. And for them, these elections are going to be like a litmus test. They are going to be a litmus test for the 2023 general elections. And of course, ZANU-PF is also gearing up because they can see the pressure, they can see, the aggression from the CCC party. So ZANU-PF is also, gearing up. They also want to be there. They also want to make sure that those seats are won by their people. And interestingly, right now in Parliament, the majority of the seats belong to ZANU-PF. So I'm sure ZANU-PF would want to win all of the seats. So that's why they've also been aggressive in their campaigning, really calling out on people, having certain personalities being part of their rallies. The likes of the former late President Robert Mugabe's son, his oldest son, was part of the rally 2 days ago, showing his support and endorsing President Mnangagwa, obviously, for the 2023 elections. So, yeah, momentum is gaining and people are out there ready to go and vote for their favorites.
All right. There has been a constant of back and forth between CCC, which is the brand new opposition, and like you've mentioned, a great opposition indeed before ZANU-PF. So you've given us an update that they actually had a walkthrough. It was quite silent and so on. There was no fracas, as it were, and everywhere was calm. But let's ask you this, Lallah, very quickly. Do people really think that CCC stands a chance to actually unseat ZANU-PF?
Okay, that's a very interesting question, Joe. But this is the thing with politics. If you ask a ZANU-PF supporter or any other, person who belongs to any other political party that is not CCC, they will tell you that there is no way CCC doesn't have a chance. They are all talk, but they will never win. They are social. They've got nickname. People, rather, ZANU-PF has nicknamed CCC as a social media party. They say they don't have that much of a presence, on the ground, but only on social media. But if you ask a CCC supporter, obviously they will say, yes, we are winning. You've been seeing the numbers at our rallies. You've been seeing this and that. People are really want change. People want a new government. People love Nelson Chamisa. He's youthful. He's charismatic. So it depends who you are talking to. Okay. So, but it's only tomorrow. The elections are tomorrow, and hopefully we'll get the results as soon as possible, and we will know. And honestly, this is a very, very serious test for CCC and for ZANU-PF as well. If ZANU-PF loses the seats to CCC, then they know that they've got so much work to do for the 2023, because now they'll be facing, a real threat to say, okay, we may lose 2023. And for CCC, they are really going in, full throat, because they want to take this and prove the point that no, we are the People's Party. We have a People's President, what they've been saying. But obviously, there are other issues that CCC has been raising. So maybe I'll just go through some of the issues that if they lose, we know that CCC is going to come up and say, but we told you of these irregularities that are with ZEC, the Zimbabwe Electoral Commission. So CCC says that they've accused ZEC actually of changing their party symbols. They say though they provided ZEC with distinctive party symbols, the ZEC went on to change their party symbols. CCC has also complained that the printing of ballot papers in black and white, they say printing of ballot papers in black and white is going to distort, party symbols and all that, and is going to confuse their voters. Though ZEC says it is not obliged, it is not an obligation for them to print the ballot papers in color. Okay, so also, there are also anomalies with the voters' roll. There've been claims, in the past weeks that ZEC moved 170,000 voters from their wards without the voters' consent. So there are all these issues surrounding the voters' roll as well. And I think the most interesting one is that ZEC recently announced that it had printed 594,300 ballots. But you know what, Oluchi and Joe? This number doesn't even cover the local authorities, people that are supposed to vote. What I mean is this number doesn't tally with the number of people registered to vote. For example, a total of 813,659 are registered to vote for the National Assembly. This is against what I said, the 594,300 ballot papers. Then we have 678,260 for local authorities registered people. So as you can see, the ballots that are there and the people that are registered to vote, already it doesn't tally. And this is good ground for the opposition parties involved, not just CCC, to come back after the elections and say, but you printed inadequate ballot papers.
Right.
It's going to be a roller coaster tomorrow, then, as everyone is gearing up, no doubt. Anyway, thank you so much, Lallah Mgwenya, for bringing us up to speed on the by-elections, which will take place tomorrow, and hopefully tomorrow as well you'll be able to join a live feed as well, and not forgetting the live news to give us some updates.